Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So we're going to get started. We're going to get started.
Good.
So good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Normalization Committee, the FIFA Normalization Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, I would like to take this time to welcome each and every one of you to this everybody in TTFA coaching seminar. Today we have a coach from Atletico Madrid, who I will introduce in a little while, but we also have the distinguished guest, right? The honor of having Ambassador Fernando Alvarez Nogales, the Ambassador of Spain. So Ambassador, welcome. Can you say a few words, please?
Thank you so very much. I'm so very pleased to participate in this event. So my greetings to Miss Knott and to yourself, Mr. Lafourcade. Just let me say a few words. I'm very happy that Carlos Santamarina agreed to participate in this meeting, because what you are seeing is a very eminent representative of what is possibly one of the most sophisticated industry in Spain, is the sports industry, that is made of very powerful organizations, incredibly sophisticated organizations that runs the whole game.
Sorry, Ambassador, I think we lost you a little bit.
Sorry. Okay. Well, that was totally unexpected.
No, that's
okay.
All right. That's fine.
Okay. So I was saying that you can see one of the best representative of an incredible, sophisticated industry that is made of organization that covers the whole gamut. You know the players, people like Caroline Ferran Torres, etc. But you have also trainers like coaches like Santamarina. You have physiotherapists. You have and even people at the organizational side. But at the end of the day, sports, like any creative industry, is made up. What makes the strength of that industry is the creative union, the people who are able to create. And so it is for me such a pleasure to welcome Mr. Santamarina. I hope that in the future, the Trinidad and Tobago sports industry thinks that there is talent to have access to in Spain, not only in other English-speaking countries. And for me, it will be also a pleasure to participate in the future in similar events. So enjoy. I leave you in the best hands, the hands of Mr. Santamarina. And I wish you, and please wish Atletico Madrid that tomorrow they may win La Liga, the best football league in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for those wonderful words. Before I pass you on, Mrs. Knott from the Olympic Committee. Mrs. Knott, I would like you to say a prayer, please, for what is happening in our country right now. If you can say a prayer for us and for the nation, Mrs. Knott, please.
Sure. So can I ask you just all to pay attention with us, just be with us for this 30 seconds, and to ask God to look over us, we understand the situation in the country, and that we would really want, as a country, to be pulling together and asking for God's blessings to ensure that we get through this very difficult passage. We never envisaged that this would happen in Trinidad and Tobago. However, it's here, and with God's help and guidance, He will get us through. So we'll all say one prayer of the Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Thine is the kingdom and the power of the glory, yours and forever. Amen. Thank you, everyone, and let's have a good course. And stay safe, everybody, please.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Knott. I know I put you on the spot there. Thank you very much. Right, without any further ado, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to Trinidad and Tobago virtually Professor Carlos Santamaria of Atletico Madrid Football Club. Carlos, welcome. And I will say, just for you guys to know, where Carlos is right now, he is 9 hours ahead of Trinidad and Tobago. So he's up late, but he's willingly decided that he will stay up late for us. So Carlos, again, thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. First of all, I want to thank the Ambassador of Spain, His Excellency Mr. Fernando Nogales, for sharing these words with us and joining us in this meeting. I also want to thank you, Mr. Dion, and Trinidad and Tobago Football Association Technical Director, and everybody who gives me the chance to be a part of these webinars in these difficult moments. I hope you all have a good time today and enjoy the meeting. When you want, we can start.
So Carlos, you can go when you're ready. You can go when you're ready.
Okay. First, I want to share the screen. Okay. Let me if you can see the screen. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, let's start. I want to start speaking a few words about my club. We have more than I belong to Atletico Madrid, as you said, and now I am living in India because we have here an international project in collaboration with one professional team in the Indian Super League. Atletico Madrid has more than 118 years of history, and we have till the date, 34 titles, 34 trophies in our museum. We were the second ranked club in Europe in the UEFA ranking. We were semi-finalists in the UEFA Champions League, and twice finalists. We lose against Real Madrid, our big rival. We won the UEFA Super Cup in 2018. We won the Europa League in 2018 also. And now, as the Spanish ambassador said, we are in the top of the Spanish La Liga, only 2 matches left. And if we win both games, we will be the champions. Tomorrow we have a very important match, and maybe tomorrow we can be the champions of the Spanish La Liga again. And 10 years later, our last title. This is the resume of our trophies. We have 10 Kings Cup, 10 Spanish La Liga, 3 Spanish Super Cup, 1 International Cup, 3 Europa League Championships, 1 European Recopa, is 1 All Trophy, and 2 European Super Cups. Now, with our international projects, we have presence in more than 26 countries. We have different kinds of participation in these countries. We are collaborating with professional teams in countries like India, where I am, in countries like Mexico or Canada. And in these countries, we have collaboration with the professional teams. Also, we have different academies, like in USA, we have academies in China, we have academies in Israel, we have academies in Pakistan, where we have coaches teaching boys, local boys, for improving their football. And also we have camps, summer camps, and some teaching programs for coaches and for everybody who wants to join. We have presence in more than 26 countries in the currently. This is our stadium. If you don't know, we have one UEFA Elite stadium. It's a new stadium. It's only 3 years old, 4 years old, and it's one of the best and most wonderful stadiums in the world. For me, it's the best stadium in the world. Okay, with this is a short history about my club. And I want to share with you a few things about our academy. Before starting with the methodology system we work, I want to share with you how we have organized our academy. If you have any question, you can stop at me, okay, Mr. Dion? Because
Sure.
I'm not see. I cannot see. I only can see the presentation. I'm not hearing you, and I don't know if everything is okay or not. First thing, sorry for my English. I hope you can understand me. If you have any, for me it's important you understand everything. If you have any question, please tell me, okay? This is one sentence. I don't know if you know this guy in the picture is Fernando Torres, one of our legends in Atletico Madrid. He was captain when he was 18 years old, and he retired playing football 2-3 years ago. I don't remember. And he always said that for all children nothing is impossible, and even more if you are Atletico. Atletico is a feeling in Spain. Okay. Currently this year in our academy we have 4 training complexes. We have the training complex called Wanda, is our main training complex where our first team and our best youth teams are training and are playing. And we have 3 training complexes more where we have the total of this, the rest of these 1,258 players in total. Now this year we manage more or less this number of players. So as you can see, it's a big academy. Only in Madrid. This is only in Madrid. This is the region of Madrid. These three Cotorruelo, Orcasitas, and Wanda are in Madrid, and Cala is in a city close to Madrid. But all in the region of Madrid. We manage more than 1,200 players. We have one residence where we have allocated the outside players. We have players from other sides in Spain, young players, less than 18 years old. We have 119. We have in total 119. 67 are from other sides from Spain, other places from Spain. We sign them and they come to Madrid and they study with us, they live with us, and they, of course, they train with us. And we have 52 players, outside players from another countries, from international projects, like, for example, Indian project. Or we have a very important project with Wanda. Wanda has the name of our stadium is Wanda Metropolitano, and it's because the collaboration we had with this company. And we have every year, more or less, 15, 20 Chinese boys came to Madrid and work with us for 5 years, from 13 to 18, more or less. And they study with us, and they work with our teams, and they play with us. After 18, they come back to, if they are good, they continue playing with us. And if they are not good enough, we can move them to another teams in Spain or another teams in different parts of the world, in China or in Europe. This is our organization. We have the Emilio Gutierrez is the general director of the strategy and direction area, and Maria Teresa Kiribí is the sub-director. And we have 4 important pillars in our organization. That one is scouting. Scouting is a very important area because in this area we selected the boys from all over the world. We have a sports direction area. Is the area where we work the methodology and development of the players and coaches also. We have an education area. The boys who are living with us, we have one area who take care of them. We have psychologists, we have nutritionists, we have people who take care of them in the residence. So it's a very important area also. And we have the area where I am, international expansion area and external development, because this area is growing up every year, because we are, as I told you, we have presence in more than 26 countries. Okay, in our academy, we want to do an integral training to our boys. Because we identify and detect the talent with the scouting area. We work with them in education, in academy, in sport, because we want to create good football players, but we want to create good human beings also. So it's very important for us, one integral training, and we want that the players who start working with us, they feel that they are part of us. It's because we put here belonging sense. It's very important for us that they feel that they are a very important part of Atletico de Madrid. For us, the most important are the boys, of course, without any doubt. This is in this slide you can see all the teams, all the male teams we have in our academy, in the different training complex. In yellow, the teams who are working in Alcalá, training complex Alcalá. In white, the teams who are working in Orcasitas training complex. Red in Cotorruelo, and blue in Majadahonda. Majadahonda is Wanda, is the main training complex we have and we are working with. We divide the teams into kinds. We have 14 teams high performance. We call high performance our best teams in each groups. I mean, for example, this is our reserve team, ATMB performance, ATMI, NI. The left teams are our best teams. These 14 teams are the high performance. We have the best players in these left teams with letter A or B in the final. A or B. We have divided.
No me puedo conectar a la red wifi.
We have divided in this way. And the other teams are from development. We have these 1,200 boys. We have divided in all these teams, and every year these boys. The last row is under 7 years old, under 8, under 9, under 10, under 11, under 12. We want that the boys start working with us when they are 6 years old, more or less, and we offer them one long path for working with us. And every year after When the season is over, we reorganize the teams and the good players. We put the players accordingly with the football level. So every year the players are growing with us, and we are putting the players in the team where they can play better and they can improve more. Okay? The best teams, remember, left teams, and the others and from under 7 to senior is our reserve team. This is our reserve team. It's under 21. This is all our male teams, and we have also female teams. We have currently 17 female teams. Now in Spain, the female teams are the leagues, Spanish leagues, female leagues are not professionals, but our senior, our main team, the players are professional. The league is not professional, but the players are. And we start playing with, working with girls from when they are 8 years old, 7 years old to senior. Why we want to work with these boys during 10, 12 years? Because we want, we believe in the process. We believe in the path, and we think that every stage, each stage is important for them. With the young boys, we started only playing games. We want they enjoy football. They love football. They love the game. We want they know their body. They have to know how manage their own body. We work coordination. We work agility. We work balance in this previous age. And when they grow in the next, after the first 4 years, we start working with them. I put here tools, because tools means that what they need for playing football. We cannot tell the boys, we cannot teach the boys tactical aspects if they don't know to control the ball. So during this period, we work with them only no, but we put focus in technical aspects, control, pass. They have to be very, very good, excellence in doing this, only technical aspects. After these 3 years, in the next step, we start working the brain. We start working the brain with the players. We start working tactical concepts. They can, when they are 14, 15 years old, they can start understanding football. When they are very, very good with technical aspects, when they can do a control very well, we can start working the next steps, tactical aspects. In the last years of working with us, when they are 16, 17, 18 years old, we start working the emotions. We start working football. We combine technical, tactical aspects with very important matches in front of a lot of people, with very good rivals, and we teach them with all our staff how manage this situation about competition, how they have to. What have to be the behavior when they win, what is the behavior when they lose, what happened when they win, what happened when they lose. So we start teaching these emotions in this part of the path of the players, okay? And in the last years, in our reserve team, the boys are professional football players, and we prepare them for doing this jump to the first team or to another first division team, professional team, because the jump from our reserve team to the first division team is very, very high. So during these years, we prepare these boys, 18, 19, 20 years old, for be ready for, if Cholo Simeone, our head coach, call them, they have to be ready, perfect ready for playing in front of 80,000 people against a professional rival. So this is all the path our players do when they start working with us when they are 6-7 years old till they finish. Okay, we want we look for players, good players, of course. In our scout department, we want we look for good players, but we teach them how they have to be on the ground. We want to players brave players. We want to create ambitious teams. We want players who wants the ball, who loves the ball, who knows perfectly how to manage the ball. We want creative players. We want to play a combinative game. So all of this is the identity signs of our players. All of this together. When they finish their learning, we have to create players with all of these signs. Okay. Any question till now or no? Because I want to start speaking about how we work in the academy. Mr.
Yeah, so
Rion?
Colin, so Coach Colin would like to ask a question. Colin, please unmute and ask your question, please.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Coach. I'd just like to find
Good
out
afternoon.
when do you all start, from what age do you all start with the children with high performance training?
No, we start with the high performance training when they are 7 years old. We divide in, let me share again the screen. We have, can you see the screen?
Yes,
Yes, we can.
I can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, these teams we have here. Let me 1 second, sorry. Because I want, okay. These teams, sorry. In these teams, we have the best players and we work with them in the teams we call high performance, because in these teams under 8 years old, we have the best under 8 players, probably in Spain. Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid have the best players in Spain under 8. If we see one player, good player under 8 in another region in Spain, we want them and we signed. So we will start with the good players as soon as possible. We teach these players when they are young, they have some characteristics that they allow, these characteristics allow them learn faster. They are better with ball, so we can start teaching them next steps that the other players with the same age, maybe they cannot understand. Can you understand me?
Yes, question answered. Thanks a lot.
Okay, it's important, this good question.
Sorry, and there's Lyndon John had his hand up. Lyndon, please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, Coach, just trying to find out, then why is it so many players? Is it a mentality thing? Why not many players make it into the first team? Is it mentality at the very senior level then? If you have so much elite coaching and practice and all the way up, why is it that not many players then transition into the senior team?
Good question. We teach the boys from 7 years old to 17 that reach to the first team is very difficult. To the senior team is very difficult. As you can see here in this pyramid, every years we have less teams. So every year we selected the best players. Some of these players, maybe when we say the players, you have to play in this team. He is under 15 years old, and we say you have to play in this team. This is one of the worst teams we have in under 15. They say, no, I cannot play here because I want to become a professional football player. I go to another team. So this is the reason we have less teams when the age of the players is growing. But I tell them it's very, very difficult because it's not only about technical learnings, about tactical learnings. You need talent, you need lucky, you need a lot of things that is possible to know, but we try that they always do the best, give the maximum effort every times, because they have to be ready. Nobody knows when or who players will reach to the first team. Never. It's very, very difficult to know this, and it's difficult to manage. It's difficult to manage because also the parents, also the agents, they start asking why my son is not promoting to this team. Why my son is not going to with the first team, the senior team? Very, very difficult.
All right. No problem. Thanks.
Welcome.
Yeah, you can
More
go ahead,
questions?
Professor.
So,
You can go ahead, Professor, for now. Yeah, you can go ahead.
okay. So after showing you our academy, the structure of our academy, I want to start speaking about it. Well, the first thing I want to tell you is that always here in this presentation, I am speaking about youth teams. Okay? I think that there are two different worlds in football. One is the professional teams, professional football, and another important part is the youth football. Okay? The football with the boys. And here in this presentation, I want to share with you how we work in our academy. And I was speaking with Mr. Dion a few days ago, and I told him, for me it's very easy explain this to you because I believe 100% in this. I believe in this, and I think this I will show you is necessary and is the correct way for teaching the boys about football, teaching the boys how they have to play. Because I was working, I am working in Atletico Madrid for 5-6 years, and I could see that this way, this is not the only way, this is not the best method, but this is our method. And I think that every youth teams should have a method like this or similar with their ideas. Why I am telling to you this? Because the first thing, when you have youth teams, you have to think how I want my teams play. So when you ask this, how my teams have to play, or I want to play, one of the first things you have to think about is the game system. Okay, I have youth teams from 7 to 17, 18. I want to choose one system. I believe in every systems. I think every systems are good. You have to choose the system you want, or the system you think is better for your teams, for your history, because of your history, because your pitch, maybe your pitch is small and you cannot play combination game, you need to play direct game. Every systems are good. So you have to choose one. You have to choose one, and you have to teach The most important is you have to teach one. You have to teach. You can. I think it's not good for the boys if 1 year they are working with one coach and he plays 1-4-4-2 with one with direct game, and the next year they change the coach and start working 1-3-4-3 and playing high pressure. And I think this is not good for the boys. You have to follow one plan. You have to follow one path with these boys. And the best thing we have in our academy is that when our players finish playing
Professor, sorry. Could you maximize your screen? Could you maximize the PowerPoint?
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, can you see now? Maximize it. Can you see? It's okay, Mr. Dion?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. I was telling that you have to think in the plan. You have to think in the path. It's very important, the path, because if you have one plan and all the players follow the same plan, when the boys, for example, in this team finish the season and next year they have to play in this team with another coach, the method will be the same. For the players will be easy. For the coaches will be easy because the players were working with the Atletico de Madrid plan, but every plans are good, but you need a plan. You need a plan. I think that is because I am sharing with you this presentation because I want to share our plan with all of you. And but remember that every plans are good, but I think every teams need a plan. It's the most important part you have to learn in this meeting, in this webinar. Okay, we choose in our academy. Well, I have to say that in Spain, under 10 boys, under 7, under 8, under 9, till they are 10 years old, they played football 7, half pitch, and 7v7. Okay, our teams 7v7. Our youth teams play these two systems: 1-1-4-1 or 1-3-2-1. And when they are 10 years old and older, they start playing 11v11, and we choose. Sorry, I am drinking water. We choose the system 1-4-3-3, but not for thinking in winning matches or something similar. No, we choose this system because as a pedagogical tool to improve the training of our players, as a teaching tool, Okay, we choose this system because of this. I share with you why. Okay, some examples of why. Football 7, we choose these two systems, 1-1-4-1 and 1-3-2-1, because they have same equivalence with football 7 with football 11 positions. For example, these players who play in football 7 when they are 7 years old, they can play as fullback or left left winger when they will play in football 11 by 11. Okay, this player can play football 7 as central back. He can play here it's because of this we choose these two systems in football 7. Okay, we choose. I share with you a few examples why we choose this system. For example, we choose this system because, with this system, we only play with one midfielder. Defensive midfielder, we only play with one defensive midfielder. Every matches of every teams in our academy, we play with this system. we are not worried about the result of the game. We are not worried about the rival, the opponent. We are not worried. We are teaching the boys. Okay. For example, we play with one defensive midfielder. What happens when we play with one defensive midfielder? For example, center backs, they have more space in front of them for running with the ball when they have to choose the good moment, or when they have to defend, it's more difficult for them because they have more space for the advance of the opponents. So they are, if we put here two defensive midfielders, it's easier for these two players to defend because they have two defensive midfielders. But now we only have one. So these players have to understand and have to choose the best moment for jump and running with the ball in attack, or wait or go to press in defense. More characteristic of this system, these three players. When we play with only one player here, these two players have to understand when they have to rotate and come here for helping this, or when they have to go move forward for attacking, because this player is alone in this part of the ground, and is a very important part in the ground. This is the most important, where we give the balance to the team. More characteristics, for example, we play with wingers and with fullbacks. Big distance. In this system, the distance is bigger than if you play, for example, with... let me minimize 1 second, because I want to move. If you play, for example, 4-4-2, if you play, for example, 4-4-2, you can see that the distance between fullbacks and wingers, midfielders, wide side midfielders, are less than if we play with wingers. So they have to choose always the best moment when they can go up, when they have to defend. It's a very difficult system for the boys, and because of this, we think that it's the best system we can use for helping them to understand football, because it's very, very difficult to play with this system. Here I have, I will share with you this PPT, okay? So here we have detail, is written why we choose this system. For example, center, sorry?
Just, can I ask a question? At what age, or should I say, what is the best age to begin to teach the kids system formation?
Actually, we start teaching system formation. We start from the beginning, because when we played matches 7v7, we tell them that they have to play like this. Sorry. So when they start working with us, and they play football 7, we say that they have to start understanding that, okay, I play, the coach tell me that I have to play in the right back, I have to play here. I cannot move here. You have to work this. It's not only about say you have to play a central defender. You have to work with games, with fun games. You can divide, for example, the pitch with different areas, and I am speaking about the very young players, 7, 8 years old, and you can work with them, and you can say that, okay, you can go, you can run only in this area. You cannot go to the area where is your teammate. So you have to start working with them, but you have to teach them the system from the first match, because you need to play with one order. Maybe they don't understand in this moment why I am here, why the coach don't allow me go to with the striker, because I want to score also. But you have to start teaching them as soon as possible. Understand?
Yeah. I know in some academies you will find they don't want to teach them early because for the same reason they don't understand. So some academies will want to wait till they're at least 11, 12, 13 going on before they start teaching them formation. So I just wanted your input on it and the best.
I think another important thing in these ages, what ages are you working in your academy?
Let's start from like 6, under 6. We have under 9s, we have under 13s, 15s.
Okay, with young players, 6 years old, 7, 8. I think you have to introduce them with the positions on the ground. They maybe they don't understand why, but you have to put rules, but where no everybody can run behind the ball. If you don't put rules, every player. I always say that the ball is like a magnet. Where the ball is, every players go.
Yeah.
Even in first division. So you have to start working with young boys, thinking in this, without tactical component. Only, okay, the ball is here. I have one teammate here. I cannot go there, close to my teammate. But another important thing in these ages, when they are 6, 7, 8 years old, we let them play in every position. It's very important. Or if they want or if they don't want, you have to. If they can play as they want to play as keepers when they are 6, 7, 8 years old. Okay, perfect. Today you play as keeper. Oh, coach, I want to play as striker. Okay, tomorrow you will play as striker. And they have to enjoy football. They have to love football. But with few rules. System is more than is in these ages is more about the don't run everybody behind the ball. I have to keep my position. I cannot run behind the ball every time. Okay, understand?
Yeah, thanks.
But in these ages, let them play in every position. It's very good for them because they want to. They need to love football. Let me show you here in the first moments of the life. They have to know their body and love football and sports. Okay, it's the most important. Every player must play, of course, must play the same time in the matches. We take care of the boys in these ages because it's very important. They love football. They enjoy every training session. They enjoy every match. They go home after training session with one smile in their faces. It's very, very important. Okay. Okay, can I continue?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so for example, I share with you this slide. I told you, for example, center back, having a single midfielder in the system, the central defenders, we will take the central ones out of their comfort area because giving them more space in the range of action. This way, we will form centers with a greater vision of the game, bravely running with the ball and confident making the first passes. Because I told you, here they only have one player. Sorry, they only have one player in front of them, number 6, and they have here big space for running with the ball or going to defend the opponent when the opponent is coming to these positions. And every positions have a reason. Each position have a reason because we choose the 1-4-3-3 system. Okay, I don't want to read all this, but I share with you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, after we decide the system as a teaching tool, the next step we decided, and you have to decide in your academies or your teams, is how you want your teams play, how you want your teams play in each moment of the game, in the 4 moments of the game, in attack, in defense, and in transitions. Which behavior I want of my team, what my players have to do in every moment. Okay, so you have to decide this, and you have to do the practice accordingly this. For example, in our academy, we work in this way. In attack, we want that our players play organized attack. We want the keeper starting building up the ball and playing all the balls with sense. We don't want they play long passes without sense. We don't want volleys of the keeper. No. We try in every matches, in every against every teams, in every pitches, good pitches, bad pitches. We want they started with the ball always trying to get the control of the ball during every time. When we lose the ball in defensive transition, we want our players and our teams, like our main team, our senior team, and we want to make pressure. Pressure after lose is very important for us, and we want that the opponent don't have time for thinking when they win the ball. So we teach the boys how they have to make the pressure after lose the ball, and how they have to reduce the space for the opponent, for don't let the opponent think they have what they want to do. In the defensive moment, in the defensive phase, we teach the boys how they have to defend, how they have to put their body, how because for us and for me also, defending is not only winning the ball. For me, defending is when the opponent do what I want. If the opponent have the ball, but he's doing what I want, I am defending good. So we teach the boys how to do that. And in offensive transition, when we win the ball, our first option is always vertical passes and counter attack, and we want to finish as soon as possible, if it's possible. If it's not possible, we start again with the organized attack. We teach also the set pieces. It's very important for us, and this is very important. We work, we call families. I show you later what we call families. Families we call the close players. For example, the 2 center defenders with the midfielder, defensive midfielder, the attacking midfielder with the winger, with the striker, the 3 strikers. We work in every training sessions. We work all these things. Can you listen? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
I had a message in my screen that I had my mic off. No, but you can listen. You can hear me, no?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, I am drinking water. Sorry, because it's too late here in India. I need to drink for entertaining my voice. So every training sessions we work all these things. We decide how we want to play. So now, next step, we have to work these next steps. This is the families I told you. For example, we work in the training sessions. Sometimes we work with these three players. Sometimes we work with these three players. Sometimes we work with the strikers. Sometimes we work with these three players separately from the group, because for us it's important that they, between these families, they understand perfectly. Okay, when we decide the system, the game system we want, when we decide how we have to play in the 4 moments of the game, when we decide this, we have all these principles. We have to work with the boys for teaching them play as we want, as the academy, Atletico Madrid Academy wants that the teams play. Okay, this is in attack. How we want our teams playing attack. What we have to teach to the boys for learning about attack. Okay, I explain a few things of this slide. This very interesting slide, I think. For example, when we have the ball, depending of the area of the pitch, if we are close to our own goal post, if we are in mid area, or we are close to the opponent goal post, we have to teach different things when we have the ball. When we are close to our goal post, we have to teach solutions from goalkeeper. We have to teach how the defense line have to move. We have to teach, for example, the central defender running with the ball in the correct moments when they have a space in front of them for attract rivals. We have to teach them to look for attack connections with midfielders, with strikers, always with sense. I told you that we don't like long balls without sense. So we have to teach all these things to the players when we are with the ball close to our goal post. When we are with the ball in the mid area, in the midfield, okay, we have to teach how we can progress in the sides or in the mid. When we have to turn the ball, when we have to switch the play, we have to teach every team go together, move. When we are attacking, every players have to move together. When we are defending, every players have to move together. We teach all these concepts when we are playing in attack in mid area, okay? And we are playing in the close to the opponent goal post. We teach all these principles: attack space, play inside and out, finish areas, crossing areas, offensive vigilance is very important also. When the ball is in high zone, in close to the opponent goal post, we have to teach our central defenders the offensive vigilance. It's very important. They mark the opponent strikers. And we use, for working this, we use all these sub-principles. Width, make you numerical superiority, line pass, rate of pass, equilibrium between lines, families work, look for the third man, short and long game, variance in line pass, previous perception. Previous perception is one thing for us is very important, because we think that the players who can see the next action 3 seconds before happen are very good. If they need to have the ball in control for thinking in this action, we are wasting time. So we teach the boys how they have to think in the previous actions before receiving the ball. Right? All these things we teach when we have the ball in attack, when we are playing in attack. All these things we teach them when we lose the ball. When we lose the ball, depending of where we lose the ball. If we lose the ball in high zone, is close to the opponent box, opponent goal box. goalpost, we teach different things. If we lose the ball in mid area, or if we lose the ball close to our own goalpost, we have to teach another things with these principles and with these sub-principles. Pressure after loose, space reduction, pressure plus position, family's work, against previous perception. When we lose the ball, our players have to understand have to know perfectly what they have to do, depending of the area where we lose the ball on the ground. The same when we are in defense moment, when we are in defense, when we are defending, depending where is the ball, again, we have to, and here another concept, we introduce another concept because depending of where is the ball, close to the opponent goalpost, and how the opponent play, because it's not the same if we are defending close to the opponent goalpost and the opponent team play long passes. Then it's not the same if the opponent team play short passes. So these all things you have to teach the boys during our plan. During our plan, we teach all these tactical concepts, and the same in mid-zone. In mid-zone, is not the same if the ball is in the mid rail or in the side rails. It's not the same. So we have to defend differently. It's not the same defending in the mid or in the mid rail or in the side rails. And when the ball is close to our goal post, we have to teach how they have to defend with all these concepts. And the same when we win the ball. When we win the ball, if we win the ball close to the opponent goal post, we have to finish, we have to play vertically. If we win the ball in the low medium zone, we have to teach all these aspects, principles. If we win the ball in one side, it's not the same if we win the ball in central area. So we teach all these things during their life with us, of the players, from not seven, because we started with tactical aspects when they are 12, 13 years old. But from 13 years old to 18 years old, we have time for teaching all these moments. Okay, any question till now, or?
Anybody has any questions? Would like to ask a question? You can just unmute and ask if you need to.
Yes, just to clarify, somebody asked in the chat, remate zones, is that rebound zones or is that shooting zones?
No, it's shooting zones. It's shooting zones.
Okay.
So sorry for the translation.
Okay, so
it's
shooting zones.
Shooting zones. Shooting zones. Sí, shooting zones. Shooting zones is a good translation. It's where the players, where our strikers, we want they go when we are finishing. Let me show.
So like first post, last post, zone 14, that kind of stuff. Penalty spot.
Let me show one thing. 1 second. Sorry. So, can you see my screen now? I am painting.
Yes.
Okay, I am painting red players. Can you see, no?
Are you painting something? Yeah.
Yes. Can you see or not? What? Which?
No.
Which? Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry, because I open another. I open another now. Yes. No.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I want to explain what means. Okay, as I told you, we play with okay, and here the 4 defense, 4-3-3, we play with this system. And when we speak about the shooting zones or remate zones, is bad translation, is finish zones, is where we want our players go. For example, when the ball is here and the winger can cross the ball. So, for example, in this situation, we teach that the striker have to go to the first post, the opposite attacking midfielder, where the ball is, have to move to the second area, and the opposite winger have to go to the second post. So we teach this. These are the finish areas. We teach them. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the I correct the slide. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Coach, my question is, if you have a player that is very skillful, likes to dribble the ball, take the ball down the flank, how do you steer them without taking away their identity in your tactical analysis of what you want them to do? Do you discourage them dribbling, or you encourage it in different areas?
No, I never. If he's good in something, I never say one player, don't do that. I say you have to do that. I have to think the way for the team and for the boy, the best way for the team and for the boy, the best way for improving. So never say one boy, don't dribbling, don't do that, do that. No, no, no. You have to try to find the balance between the boy and your game model. Okay. But of course, if you have one player very good dribbling, I want he made a lot of dribblings along the game. I send the ball to him. Never say the one boy don't do that, or no. Let them enjoy with ball. And for us, I told you, and you can believe me, in Atletico is our philosophy. We are not worried about the result of the games. Never. Of course, we teach that, for example, if one center defender, center back, is making dribblings, we teach that is very dangerous. Maybe he cannot play as center defender. He have to play as winger or striker. We teach when they have to do the dribblings, when they have to shoot, when they have to do long passes, short passes, but never say one boy, don't do that. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Any question, Moles? No? Can I continue?
I think Denise Wickham. I'm sorry if I interrupted somebody. Denise Wickham, did you have a question? I saw you had something in the chat. What's your question? Can you unmute and ask your question?
I have one question in the chat.
No, sir. There was a girl, Denise Wickham. She asked a question, but I wasn't sure if it was to the group or to the professor.
To the professor.
So please ask the question. Please ask him.
How many sessions per week with the players?
Now I will explain this part. I want to explain now this, okay? How many sessions and how we divide the session and everything. I will explain now. Okay?
Thanks.
Welcome. Okay. Can I continue then, no?
Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay, so we have the system game. We have how we want our players played in the 4 moments of the game, how we want, which principles we have, which concepts we have to teach the boys when we are defending, when we are attacking in set pieces, working family. We have all the concepts, and now how we work this. Okay, how we work this. We have one methodology department in Atletico de Madrid, and now in India, I am the methodological director of the youth here in India. I am working with the same methods that in Atletico de Madrid. Every week, every month, we have meetings with all our coaches, and we tell them the plan for this month. I mean, for example, this is one document we share with our coaches. This is competition group. This is a 17 years old group. Okay, this is tactical concepts. We work 1 month. I don't know which month is one example, but we meet with all the coaches of this group age, 17 years old, and we say, okay, during this month, during next month, you have to work these concepts in attack, these concepts when we lose the ball, these concepts in defense, and these concepts when we win the ball. They can choose when they work and how they work. If they need help, of course, in the methodology department, we have people who help the coaches if they don't know, for example, how work finishing areas, finishing zones. We have people for helping them, the coaches. But during all month, during this next month, they have to work all these concepts. So we know that every teams in competition area, all these teams during this month are working the same concepts and in the same way with different coaches, with different exercises, but the concept is the same. Understand? We allow the coaches choose how and when during this month, but they have to work these concepts during this month. It's like I always say that for us, football is like mathematics. First, with the boys, with the kids, you have to teach the numbers. After that, you can teach additions. After that, you can teach subtractions. Step by step, you have to teach step by step. So we are following one plan for teach football step by step. Okay. This is one microcycle example from initiation group. Initiation group is 10 to 13 years old. And we, during this month, we say the coaches, no, 10, no, sorry, 12 to 14 years old. We tell the coaches that during this month, for example, in September or August, they have to work these concepts. You can see less concepts. We put in red sometimes the concepts we want, they pay more attention because these concepts are most important for us for the methodology department. Sorry, I am drinking water. I am speaking so much. And with our young boys, with our pre-initiation group, 7 years old, 8 years old, this is the microcycle we send to the coaches in the meetings. We say that, for example, this month you have to work dribbling, feint, vital block. Vital block, we call vital block this. This. Vital block is every days in the week, in the month, we work vital block, pass, control, profiles is about body position. We have to teach the boys from 7 years old how they have to put the body for receiving the ball, for controlling the ball, for doing oriented controls, depending of if they are attacking, if they are defending. We teach the body position is very important for us. combination actions, charts, technical charts, technical block. We teach this every day when they are working in precision work. A part of that, we teach the coaches can choose when and how they work, but a part of pass, control, profiles, they have to choose during this month: dribbling, feint, offensive feint, defensive feint, interception. And we said in the next weeks, here is 2 and 4. In the first and third week, they have to work these concepts, all technical concepts. You cannot see here any tactical concept. And in the week 2 and week 4 of the month, they have to work running with the ball, charge, technical block, and running with the ball again. Okay.
So
this is one. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, what you are saying is the academy come up with a monthly plan that we are going to teach this for a particular month, and all the coaches in the academy must carry out that plan for that particular month. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So the coach cannot come with, I want to do this today, which is different from what the academy's plans are.
If the coach can do another thing.
Because
sorry, I can.
Okay, because the academy has a particular structure and plan for the coaches for the month, the coach cannot do anything different from what the academy has for the month. So what the coach cannot come with his own plan.
What
he
he
has
is
to go
saying,
along with it.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carlos, Professor, what he is saying is the coach, does the coach have to follow the plan, or can he do his own thing?
I don't understand.
So in the sense of you have your monthly plan and the coach decides he's not following. Does that happen at your academy?
No. It's not possible. This is not possible in our academy, and I think in every clubs, because when I reach, I always say to my colleagues, when I reached to Atletico Madrid, we had a meeting, all the coaches, and the general director tell us you are the less important in this structure. The most important are the boys. The second most important is the club. So you have to follow. You are inside one club. We have one plan, and you have to follow this plan. You can work as you want, but you have to follow your. Always speaking about youth teams. If you want to work your own plan, you can work a professional team, or you can work in another club or in another academy who let you do that. But here in Atletico Madrid, every coaches have to follow this structure. And here in India, where I am working, every coaches. Let me share with you one moment. Let me share with you here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Sorry.
Okay. Here in India, I am working with the same structure that we have in. Some mic is open.
Yeah, somebody needs to mute their mic, please. Somebody needs to mute their mic, please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. In India, the coaches have to follow the one plan similar that the plan we have in Atletico Madrid. Every month, I have a meeting with them, and I tell them, okay, today, let me share with you the screen. April objectives here. Can you see the grassroots April?
Yes.
Okay, so I tell them that during in India, this is India, during this month, they have to work this. And I show you some examples. I show them some examples for working these concepts. But every coaches have to follow the plan. It's not possible not following the plan. Not possible. Because we are working under one structure and is because of this. Imagine, this is a very good question, and this is a very important question, because imagine you are working with, can you see the screen, no, the slide?
Good now, yeah, it's good, yeah.
Okay, all these boys, 1,000, more than 1,200 are working with one plan, with the same plan. If we have one coach here who is not working with the same plan than the others, he's not helping the boys. Because when these boys in the next seasons don't work with this coach, they will have a problem. They will have an issue because the coach don't have the plan, don't follow the plan. This part is not, it's impossible to negotiate. The only thing we say to the coaches is, okay, you have to work this. You can work as you want. You can work with your own exercises, but you have to work these objectives during this month, because we want have under control the objectives that every players work during the season. If we have, imagine here we have 65 teams. We need to know what the boys are working. If every coaches don't follow the plan, we don't know what the boys are working. But we need to follow one plan, and every coaches in the structure, in Atletico de Madrid or in every structure, every coaches should follow the same plan because of the boys, because the boys are the most important part in the academies, in the teams, not the coaches. The coaches, we are here, and tomorrow we cannot be here, but the boys will continue with us. And they have to, it's the same. If we change one coach, we put another coach, and this new coach have to follow the same system, the same plan.
Coach, Damian Daniel had a question. Damian, go ahead and ask your question, please.
I understood this question. This question is answered.
Sure. So, and there's another guy, Coach Damian Daniel wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, well, he answered it. He answered it there. I believe what
you answered it. Okay, no problem.
Is, I have another question though.
Sure, go ahead.
Speaking about the coaches, sure. Is there a system or a plan for the development of the coaches? As we say, you have a plan for the development of the players. If you have coaches that are close to the level that you want, but are not providing exactly what you need, is there something in place where you guys develop the coaches to the standard that you want?
Let me think how can I explain. In Atletico Madrid, every coaches who are working in Atletico Madrid, we are UEFA Pro license. We have a good level for working in a club like Atletico Madrid, but we have these monthly meetings. In these monthly meetings, we share different options for working these objectives. As I show you here in, let me show you. let me show you one example in India, and you can see. Can you see the screen? Yes, no?
No, not as yet. No.
Okay, don't worry. Let me open. I am opening one document. Okay. Okay, I am opening one document, sorry. Okay, grassroots. Now, this is one document I have in India. We have monthly meetings, and we are every day in contact. We are speaking every day about. I see every practice sessions. So every day we are speaking about how they can train, how they can improve their skills as coach. But in the monthly meetings, I tell them the concepts, but I also share with them few exercises for working the objectives I want to work. All these things I share with the coaches in India. In India, I am speaking because the level of the coaches in India is not the same that the level of the coaches in Spain. Here I have coaches that they need to improve. It's because of this I am here, for teaching them. Every month I share with them all these kind of exercises for helping them to work the monthly objectives. But every day we are in touch. Every day we are speaking. The communication is a very important part in football. It's a very, very important part in football. In Atletico Madrid, we don't have a specific plan for improving of the coaches because we understand that the coaches who are working in one club like Atletico Madrid, they have the enough level for working with us. But of course, we share our practice, we share our exercises, we speak, we have WhatsApp groups for speaking about things. We can go to see another practice sessions with of other coaches. So we are in touch every day. I think it's the best. The main part for improving as coach, I think, is to be open-minded. It's very important. Want to learn every time, and if you want, you can. Sure. And in Atletico Madrid, we have the tools for improve because we have these meetings. We have very good coaches working around us. So every day you can learn for sure.
Hi, afternoon.
Hi, afternoon.
Yes, we were in Spain in 2018 at the MIC tournament, and we noticed that from even the under 12 age groups that they were using size 5 balls. At what age do you all introduce the size 5? Is it at under 10 or the under 12 age group? Because back in Trinidad, we usually wait until 13 and 14 to introduce the size 5 balls.
Depend of the in Spain we have different regions and different federations in all these regions. So it's not the same in all the regions in Spain, but I can speak in Madrid. In Madrid, we start with number 5 ball when they are 12 years old. When they are 10 years old, they start playing football 11 in entire pitch with number 4 balls. And when they are 12 years old, they start playing with number 5 ball. But it's not the same in every regions in Spain. For example, in the region where I was born, in the north of Spain, is Asturias, the name. The young boys, 7 years old boys, 8 years old boys, they play inside football. I don't know what is the name in English. Let me check. Not in football pitch outside here. They play. Let me check what is the name in English.
I don't know.
Indoor football?
Indoor, but a small pitch and 5v5.
Futsal.
Indoor football, exactly. Indoor football is the exactly name. And when they are young, in my region in Asturias, in the north of Spain, they play indoor football. In Madrid, no. In Madrid, they play 7v7. So the rules are different in every region in Spain, but more or less, I think 11 years old, 12 years old, they start with the number 5 ball.
Okay, thanks.
Carlos, one of
Welcome.
the participants put in the chat, Mr. Coach Imtiaz Mohammed, he was making the point that if the child has a size 3 foot, they use a size 3 ball. If they has a size 4 foot, he said that is something that he picked up, and he wanted you to give a few comments about that, please.
I didn't understand you.
Sorry. Okay, depending
Can
on
you
the
repeat?
size, sure. Depending on the size of the child's foot, that's the ball they use. So if they have a size 3 in shoe, size 3 ball, size 4. So he was saying, is that something that is talked about?
No, sorry, Dion.
Yes.
He meant height, not foot size.
Oh, okay.
Size. Size. You are speaking about size.
Imtiaz, you wanna clear that, please? Coach Imtiaz, you wanna ask the question?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Right. So the thinking is that if the player is around 3 feet tall, that is 36 inches, you go with a size 3 ball. If they get into the size 5 feet and above, which is almost full height, then is when you get to the larger size ball. So it's not really based on age, because in some regions you might have larger players at a younger age. Especially in the European countries, while in the Caribbean countries, we tend to have smaller players in some cases. So if it is that you use the height, right, so that you maintain the ratio of the ball size to the height of the knee, right, as a good as a guide,
Yeah,
right, it's a rough guide. Yeah.
Understand. This is a good appreciation. In Spain, I can speak about Spain. Spain only depend of the age, but it's good. It's good what I am telling to us. I don't know if it's good or not. In Spain, for example, I remember when I was child, I played on the streets with 15 years old boys, and I was 7 years old, and we only have 1 ball. And I think that's helped me also for my improvement. And now in Spain, we don't have, for example, street football. And in Atletico, we are introducing street football without rules, with a big ball, with young boys against. I don't know what is the best method. I don't know what is the most correct ball for every weight. But I can tell that in Spain, depend of the age, we play with number 3, number 4, or number 5 ball. I don't know if in any country, depending of the strength of the boys, they change the ball or not. I'm not sure. It's a good question. I'll ask about. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You can go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, can I continue?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay, so when we send the objectives to the coaches, next thing we have to explain to our coaches is how they have to work these objectives. So we have a different number of sessions depending in a week, depending of the age of the age group. With the young boys, 7 years old, 8 years old, we practice twice a week, thrice a week, not more. And when the boys are older, we start working 3, 4, or 5 days in competition. In competition ages, we practice 4 or 5 days a week. This is one example. And another thing important is that always one day of the week we train offensive aspects. Another day we train defensive aspects. Depending of if we work 1, 2 days or 4 days or 3 days. For example, in this example you can see in the screen, it's a fair 4-day example. We train on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday is day off, recovery. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The first day, we use the first day. Every teams who practice 4 days a week use the first day for working in the corrections of the previous match. We use the second day on the week for working offensive concepts and defensive transition concepts. We have to work in this second day. We cannot work, for example, defensive concepts in this second day of the week. In the third day, we work defensive concepts and offensive transition concepts. And in the fourth day, last day before the match, we work activation, reaction speed, these kind of things. And we make a review of all the concepts we worked on the week. Understood? Okay, I continue. And all our sessions are divided in 3 parts. And we cannot, we have to work these 3 parts always. But more or less our sessions are 90 minutes, 100 minutes, not more, like a match. And we divide the session in 3 parts, more or less 30, 30, and 30. Okay, in the first part, we work tools. You remember I spoke about tools, the technical skills the boy need for playing football. I cannot understand, I cannot make a pressure after loose if I don't know control the ball, or if I don't know make one pass. It has no sense, because I can make pressure after loose, I gain the ball, I win the ball, I don't know how doing a pass. So every sessions we work one part of the session, technical skills. Second part, we work the brain. We work the tactical concepts, take decisions in the game, decision making. And box 3, we call box 1, box 2, and box 3, the 3 parts. We always finish. This is very important, and I always did when I started working as coach. I always do this. We always finish playing football, because sometimes the coaches, we are speaking so much with the boys during the session. The boys have to go home with one big smile in their faces. So they have what the boys want, play football. So we let them in the first part, in every sessions, we play football. Sometimes no. We put rules in this football. We put conditions for working the objectives we want to work. But we work, we play, we finish with football, with match, because the boys want to compete, want to play. Okay. Okay, I told you that in when the boys are 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, we don't work tactical concepts. Okay, I explain you how we work. This time is one estimated time. When the boys are working, when we are working with boys who are 7 years old, 8 years old, we don't work 30, 30, 30, because the most important in this age is this. So instead of this, we work 50, we work 10, for example, for game knowledge, for position on the ground, for these few things, we only work for 10 minutes and we finish with football. But we put focus on this part. When the boys are elder, we reduce the time here, for example, 20, and we can work tactical concepts for more time, 40 minutes. And always we finish with football. Football with conditions, football with tactical aspects, but football always. Okay, understand? This part is very important. When the boys are younger, we increase the minutes in box 1. When the boys are older, we increase the minutes in box 2. This is a very important part. Understood?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I continue.
Yes, please.
How we train? We train. We believe that we cannot say the boys. I don't like personally. I don't like the coaches who are telling the boys from the bench every time, do this, do that, pass here, pass there. I don't like this kind of coaches. We teach the boys, we explain the boys what happened on the ground during the match. We give them basic notions and we give them solutions for solving the problems during the match. But we let the boys came to the solution. We are in the match, we are enjoying the match. We are speaking about concrete things, but not telling the boys what they have to do in each moment. They have to understand what they have to do. They have to know perfectly what they have to do. Maybe not in the first year, maybe not in the third year, but of course, you can believe me that in the 5th year, they understand football perfectly. Okay, I have here, I am finishing, I think. I have here one example. This is one task, one exercise. Can you see the slide?
Yes, we can. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I have here one. I don't know what I have here. Okay, this is one exercise in box 1. You remember in box 1 we work technical skills. This is a very easy exercise where we work control pass, intensity of the passes, supports, and one-two pass in different moments of this exercise, but no tactical components in this part of this could be a first exercise in one session. We do a previous warm-up with where we work coordination, agility, body balance, proprioception. We work all with ball, every time with ball, 90 minutes with ball. And after that, this could be an example of working in box 1 with one exercise. Okay, I can show you the video. You can see the boys making the passes, one to pass. In this kind of exercises, the coaches, we are putting focus in the body position, we are putting focus in the intensity of the passes, we are putting focus in the movement of the players, and of course in the good control, in the good pass, in using both legs, in boosting, and we do always in both sides. We start in running in this sense, and we change after a few times, because we have to use both legs and we have to use both profiles. So every time the coaches, we are putting focus in this, in the body position, in the core movement of the players. but this exercise don't have any tactical component. Okay, another exercise. This is one example of a box 2 exercise. Here we start working with tactical components. This exercise is one 5v5. You can see here the explanation of the exercise. We have 4 players here that they cannot. We have this ground, yellow mark, and we have these areas, separate areas. You can see here different areas. These players cannot move out of these areas, but we are working here pass to find inside connections, vertical pass. We have to move the ball between these players till the moment we can make this pass and finish. In the opposite side, the blue ones, we have to teach them how to cover this pass, to block this pass, okay? And how they have to move in when they are defending 4. For example, you can put here the defensive line. Also, we work, of course, control pass, body position, and intensity of the passes is very important. So they have to pass till the moment they can make a vertical pass, find this solution, he can turn, and he have to finish. In this moment, these players can defend. When they made this pass, these blue players can go and defend to try avoid his scores. Okay? Let's see. They are moving the ball in their areas. These players are moving. And he finds the space, the vertical pass. Again, win the ball, vertical pass, and they score. Okay? Pass. Always, they cannot move or they position. They have to pass. Okay, vertical pass, and finish. Okay, I put again if you want. Are you seeing properly the video?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Find it. We are working in this exercise, vertical pass. Wait till the moment, and they find this pass. I told you that one day of the week we work attack concepts, and another day we work defensive concepts. Okay, for example, this exercise could be good for working both. If we are working one day where we are working attacking aspects, vertical pass, we have to put focus in the place with the ball. In the place with the ball, we have to put focus and teach them how they have to find this vertical pass. But if we are working in one day where we have to work defensive aspects, we have to put focus in the movement of the players without ball. So this exercise we can use both days. One day working with the boys with ball, and the other day working with the boys without ball, because in this kind of games you are working in attack and in defense. And finish, this is a box 3. I told you that we always finish with football. We want they feel they go home happy and with one smile in their faces, and they feel about winning, they feel about losing, because all the players want to compete every time. So we did here one reduced match, double box match, I don't know, 6v6, with 6 players waiting. The team who scores continue playing, the teams who lose exit and have to wait. And here we put all these conditions. In this case, they have to score in 2 minutes. And we are working pass line, finishing situations, activate the intensity of the march, and avoid finishing. Avoid finishing because we have reduced space and lot of finish are possible here. Okay. red against blue, blue with the ball. One score. The coaches, as you can see here, all the coaches are divided in the pitch with balls because we want intensity. Look at this. They send the ball, and here one coach put the ball again, quickly in game again because we want intensity in this kind of exercises. Okay. And one thing we work every every moment is this peripheral vision. We think that the good players play, play 5 seconds before each play. They have to understand when they will receive the ball, when they are waiting for the ball, they have to know what they want to do. So we work this kind of peripheral vision also with our players. And how I have here one example. These boys are 11, 12 years old, these boys, and we are working in this exercise peripheral vision. We want the boys don't look the ball. We want the boys look forward, look all the pitch, understand football. So we are doing this exercise. I don't know exactly what is the condition, but you can see that the coach has one beep in the hand. This boy has to see the beep. The balls are here, but this boy has to move the head, have to look forward, have to understand what is happening, and depending on the beep, he has to do something. Okay. Again. Okay, again, looking the beep and doing something. I don't know the exact rule, but it's about this. It's very important to us that the players don't run looking to the ball. Okay, and with all of this, we are looking for these things. We are trying to teach the boys to understand football. We are trying to teach the boys understand their specific positions, and we are trying to create professional football players. It's a very difficult work. Not every player reach to the main team. It's very difficult, but we believe that if you work properly with them from 7 to 18, following one path in the same way, every coach has to work in the same way, and the percentage of success is more than if every coaches are working for free and with their own ideas, and because you are not helping, you are helping the boy, but when this boy is not working with you, they have to change everything, and they don't have time for understand what is happening. These boys are from our academy, and all of them played in Champions League with our main team, played in First Division. Rodrigo Riquelme, Borja Garcés, Carlos Isaac, Mollejo, Tony Moya, all these players last year, not this season, last season, played with us in our senior team, in UEFA Champions League or in important matches in Spanish La Liga. This is one sentence we follow. We believe in it. If we saw a thought, rip an action. If we saw an action, rip a habit. If we saw a habit, rip a character. If we saw a character, rip a destiny. I hope you enjoy the meeting. I hope you enjoy with this time. And if you have any question.
So what I'll say, Carlos, thank you very much. What I'll say, guys, if you have questions, please put them in the chat and I will send them to Carlos, and Carlos will email them back to me, and then I'll send it to you guys because of the time, right? So, Carlos,
don't worry, Mr. Ria. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. So we will send the questions to you. But so Carlos, will you take like probably two? We probably allow 2 or 3 questions to the most. So please undo your mic. 2 or 3 questions to the most, please.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yes, you guys will be getting the recording, and Carlos has agreed to share the slides with us. So don't worry about that.
I cannot hear him.
Do you have any question?
Right, somebody needs to either I don't know, somebody's speaking or their thing is off. Their mic is on.
Yeah, but
so,
I cannot.
Dion, you hear me?
Sorry.
Does Atletico Madrid play mixed football, boys and girls?
Yes, they have. They play girls also. They have women also.
Yeah. I show you. We have.
Do the boys and girls play together at younger ages?
Yeah. I can share. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, and Carlos, what he was asking, if at the younger ages, if boys and girls play co-ed or they keep them separately?
No. In Atletico de Madrid, we work with them separately. But in Madrid, in our club, we play with them. We work with them separately because we have the enough number of girls for doing these 17 teams from under 8 years old to senior, to 20 years. But in Madrid, in Spain, till the age of 14, are allowed that the girls play with boys, mixed, because not every clubs can get the enough number of girls for doing teams.
Okay, no problem at all. So what we'll do, guys, any questions you have, please, we will keep the Zoom open a little bit longer, but please put your questions in the chat. I'm going to ask Mr. Richard Goddard to say a few words on behalf of all the coaches, please. Mr. Richard Goddard.
Yes, good night. Good night. Buenas noches.
Good night. Buenas noches.
All right. Just saying thank you for taking the time. Gracias por tu tiempo for the session. It's actually a very, very informative session, and I'm absolutely certain the information that you gave is going to be implemented once everyone's back out on the field. So again, gracias. And
thank you.
If any other time you want to come to Trinidad and Tobago and share your expertise, I'm fairly certain all of us would welcome you in open arms. So again, thank you, and best wishes with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you.
And of course, I would have to ask Mrs. Knott, please, to on mic and say a few bits, please, Mrs. Knott.
Okay, thank Carlos. Thank you, really. Thank you very much. You were worried about your English language, but it worked very well. Thank you. It's always hard to present in another language, so well done. I'm sure you're having lots of practice in India, so we really do appreciate it. When the TTF started with everybody in, I didn't realize how important each session will grow into how we really see football in Trinidad and Tobago. And then one of the most important people in football will be you, the coaches. And when it says everybody in, and I put a remark in the chat about, do you think that there's a possibility of a philosophy for Trinidad and Tobago, starting at youth football, and great, a lot of discussions. Not everybody agrees, and that's fine. But what it is as Carlos' last words was that you start to sow the seed of whether this could work for us here in Trinidad and Tobago or not, whether one philosophy, maybe for a small nation like ours, may be the best philosophy. So congrats to the TTFA once again, Dion, for starting these kind of conversations. And everybody in is so appropriate, because unless we have everybody in, our football will not grow and our sport would not grow to where we want it to be. So once again, Carlos, that was, as I said, very thought-provoking. You now have us saying, is this what we want for Trinidad and Tobago, or do we want something else, or do we need something else? And led by Dion and his, just from doing these events these last few weeks, I think that we're on a good pathway. So congratulations once again, and thank you everybody, and great coaches, well done, good. Chelsea playing, and many of you right here. I don't know if your televisions were on and you were listening.
Thank you very much for your words, Mrs. North. Of course, I think you can do something similar in Trinidad and Tobago. You don't need. I was speaking about this with Mr. Dion a few days ago. It's not easy. It's a very good question. It's not easy because every coaches, there is a big issue with the coaches. In football is the egos. Egos are very high, are very strong in football, and every coaches thinks that they are the best coaches and they know everything about football. But when you are working in one club, Atletico Madrid, or every clubs in the world, I believe in that. I believe in that. I am doing here in India. The structure in India is we only have 6 teams in India, 7 teams, not more. But I want that every coaches follow the same plan. We design one plan, and every coaches have to decide. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I think that the managers of the team have to give the power to someone, to one technical director that like Mr. Dion, or one methodology director, have to give the power and have to give the support. And if you have coaches who don't want to follow your philosophy, you have to change the coach. This coach have to work in another club, definitely. You cannot waste your energy, waste your time working with people who doesn't follow you, who don't follow you. So I think something similar like this, or this, you can implement in Trinidad and Tobago for sure, 100%. You can believe me.
Thank you very, very much, Carlos. And you know, going back to what Coach Imtiaz Mohammed put in the chat, you know, this is something that the TTFA should be doing. And to be 100% honest, yesterday I was on another seminar, and Brazil and a couple other countries presented, and for them, they had the same type of concept. They have a philosophy. It's not the only way, but everybody follows the same structure. And this is something that I am definitely working on. And it is, and once we get the right people on board, it is going to happen, because we can't follow 10 different philosophies. We cannot follow 10 different philosophies. So thank you for Carlos for inspiring us. And it's not for your kind words, and for Richard for your kind words in doing the right things. And that's why we're putting these seminars on. So we know, Carlos, it's 9 hours ahead where you are. It's after 12 in India. But we thank you again for taking the time out. You're not just giving us meals, you're teaching us how to cook, or you're not just giving us a fish, you're teaching us how to fish. And this is very, very important for us, right? So we have to do what is the best. And I love the point you made earlier, where You have the boys or the girls are more important than and then the club and then the coach, because you can always reproach the coach. Nobody's going to change Atletico Madrid's philosophy. They change the coaches and they keep their philosophy. And of course, they have improvement as they go along. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. This is thought-provoking and so much brilliant comments in the chat. I am not thinking about it. I am going to do something about this. I already started talking to some top coaches in the country, and we have to work together. I keep preaching that. We have to work together. So thank you very much. Carlos, we are inspired, and we will not let your words go to waste. Thank you very much on behalf of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association and the Normalization Committee. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Please stay safe.
Thank you very much to you. My pleasure. Big pleasure for me sharing with you this time. You have my contact. You have my one new friend in Spain. If you need something, you know that you can write me, you can ask me. For me, it's a big pleasure always speak about football with people from football, with people who is suffering and enjoying this lovely sports. So thank you very much to all the participants. Thank you very much, Mrs. Annette Knott, Mr. Dion, everybody who makes possible this. And please stay safe, and I hope this situation turns better soon, and I can visit you in Trinidad and Tobago and see online, see face to face your advance.
Thank you very much. And let me say quickly, guys, Damian Daniel, one of the coaches here, he has, and I think I put it in the email I sent out. He has a WhatsApp group from these sessions, and Damian actually sits down and goes through, break down the sessions and so please contact Damian Daniel. If you want to contact him, please put your number in the chat, and I'll pass it on to Damian. So Damian, thank you for what you're doing, and let us keep going from strength to strength. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
Okay. When it comes to persons who are international, and Atletico Madrid gets an eye on them, and they said, they should invite them in their academy. The language barrier, how do they try to sort it out? Is it that they go into class and you'll have to take classes but specific to the Spanish language, or is that something that maybe they have a tutor, or how do they have it? I don't know if the gentleman is still here.
I think I'm not sure if Carlos is still on. Carlos, are you still on? No, I think he left. And that is a question. That is a question I would put. Just put that question in the chat, Mr. Goddard, and I'm going to post that question to him also, because there are a few other questions there. But that's a great question.
All right, no problem.
Hey, Dion, just before you go as well, Lyndon here. What I wanted to find out is in terms of the tournaments. Remember, most of our academies don't play tournaments every week, so that we can have that style of being able to say, well, okay, after competition, and then you go down the road now, because we're not playing in tournaments. So other than the school coaches and the coaches probably like in your pro leagues, or your maybe, well, we don't even have the zonal leagues right now, but you know what I mean? We don't have that tournament culture like in the States or other places where they play week in, week out. So that, I think, is the bigger question I wanted to ask.
That's a great question, Lyndon. And I can tell you that we have discussions going on right now to restructure the entire how football is done in the country, from the pro league all the way down to grassroots. And that has been done. I've had, over the last couple of months, almost a year, I've been meeting with FIFA, and FIFA has actually done an analysis for Trinidad, a forensic analysis, and that analysis is going to get to me in a few weeks. And we are going to restructure football in Trinidad. And that is not just to sound nice. That is actually something that FIFA is doing right now. So we have done a forensic, and trust me when I said forensic, very forensic, and it is going to be things that have to be done differently. If